President Trump wrapping up a historic state visit to the UK by holding bilateral talks with British Prime Minister Keir Starmer. The two leaders touching on everything from AI and immigration to the war in Ukraine. Trump and Starmer both expressing disappointment and frustration with Russian President Vladimir Putin, who Starmer says is not someone who wants peace. Trump, who's now passed his own self-imposed deadlines to punish Russia, says he came into office thinking his relationship with Putin would help end the war quickly. Take a listen.
Well, he has let me down. I mean, he's killing many people, and he's losing more people than he's killing. I mean, frankly, the Russian soldiers are being killed at a higher rate than the Ukrainian soldiers. But, yeah, he said, let me down.
White House correspondent Karen Travers joins me now with more. So, Karen, the two leaders say they're working together to end the war in Ukraine. So what do you think could happen?
Kira, there was no indication from the president about what new pressure he might put on Russian President Vladimir Putin to get Putin to a peace agreement, to get him to a negotiating table. It was a month ago that the president met with Putin in Alaska, and since then we have seen Russia increase their attacks against Ukraine. And as you mentioned, there were those self-imposed deadlines that the president put in place where he has threatened severe consequences only to let those deadlines go by. It was notable to hear the British Prime Minister say that they had talked about how to decisively put more pressure on Putin, but we didn't hear that same rhetoric from the president. Instead, the president said that Putin had let him down, that he was disappointed by Putin. But when it came to pressure, it was more pressure from the president on European countries who are still buying Russian oil. Most of those countries in Europe have stopped doing that back when the war started. But the president, Kira, he said that he would potentially move forward on sanctions on Russia once Europe took those same steps and also stop that significant economic tie with Russia. It's highly unlikely those remaining countries of Hungary, Turkey, and Slovakia would do that at this point, but it's certainly the president saying, you go first before we make that move.